hit that subscribe button and the bell icon beside it to check out our latest videos before anyone else. Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the comparison between Mi A1 and the Redmi Note 4. Both the phones are from the same brand and are available on Flipkart, mi.com, Mi Home and will be soon available in offline stores. Redmi Note 4 is available in 3 variants starting at 10,000 rupees with 2GB RAM and 32GB of storage, at 11,000 rupees for 3GB RAM and 32GB of storage, and finally at 13,000 rupees for 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. It's available in grey, gold and black colors. I'll suggest the grey color as black is a fingerprint magnet. Mi A1 is available only in one variant, sold at 15,000 rupees in 3 colors, black, gold and rose gold. I'll suggest you the black color. It is slightly fingerprint resistant. For this comparison, I'm going to consider only the top variant of Redmi Note 4. Except for the RAM, rest of the specs are same. I'll start the comparison with similarities and then we'll look at the differences. Both the phones have almost the same set of hardware. They have all the sensors including compass, gyroscope, LED notification light, fingerprint scanner on the back, capacitive buttons below the display with backlighting and the IR blaster to control TV, AC or anything that has a remote. Both the phones have a SIM card tray that houses a nano SIM slot and a hybrid SIM slot. So we can either use 2 SIMs or a SIM card and an SD card up to 128GB on both the phones. Both the phones have an audio jack and come with a mono speaker at the bottom. Both the phone supports dual SIM with dual 4G, VoLTE works without any problems, and we can make video calls directly from the phone dialer. I didn't face any issues with call quality or signal reception, but I felt call quality was slightly better on A1, but that's negligible. Both the phones don't support fast charging and come with the same 10 watts charger. I have tested the IR blaster on both the phones, they work the same. We can even use third-party apps like Peel Smart Remote. Now let's see where each phone excels. Both the phones have a metal build with a 2.5D curved glass on the front for protection. But Mi A1 has a complete unibody metal design with a Corning Gorilla Glass on the front. Redmi Note 4 has a metal back with a plastic strips at the top and bottom, and we don't know about the brand of the glass. In terms of build, Mi A1 feels far superior than the Redmi Note 4. It is slimmer and feels light and looks more refined. In terms of design, Redmi Note 4 looks too boring. Most of the phones these days have the same boring design, even the last year's Redmi Note 3 looked the same. On other hand, Mi A1 doesn't have an awesome design, but at least it looks different from the other phones in its price segment. So in terms of design and build, Mi A1 is the winner without a doubt. For the most part, both the phones have a very similar set of hardware, but Redmi Note 4 has a radio and Mi A1 doesn't. This might be a deciding factor for some. Except for that, both the phones have all other essential sensors, including gyroscope, so we can watch VR content on both the phones. Fingerprint scanner on both the phones is accurate, but Mi A1 is slightly slow. In fact, Redmi Note 4 was 2 seconds faster than Mi A1. I am currently using S8 and the fingerprint scanner on it is horrible. Compared to that, fingerprint scanner on Mi A1 is manageable. It shouldn't be a deciding factor. With an update, they might be able to improve it. Both the phones have the same sized 5.5-inch IPS display with Full HD resolution, but the picture quality is different. Initially when Redmi Note 4 came out, it looked warm, but now it looks cooler and Mi A1's display looks warmer. Both have good sunlight legibility, but Mi A1 is more brighter at 450 nits. You really can't say how good the display is by looking at this video. You have to physically look at them. In my usage, I felt Redmi Note 4's display to be better. So in the display round, I'll say it's a tie. You have to decide by looking at it physically. Individually, both are good. On the rear, Redmi Note 4 comes with a 13 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture and Mi A1 comes with a dual camera setup with a 12 megapixel wide angle camera with f2.2 aperture and a 12 megapixel camera with telephoto lens with f2.6 aperture. On the front, both the phones come with a 5 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture. Both the phones have the same camera UI from MIUI, with A1 getting 2 additional features. First one is the portrait mode. It adds a blur effect to the background of the subject to make it look awesome. These are some sample shots. Next feature is the 2x lossless zoom. These are some sample shots. First one is a normal image, followed by a 2x zoom image. Both the features work really well, and Mi A1 is the only phone in this price segment that comes with a telephoto lens that offers lossless zoom. In daylight and well-lit conditions, images from Mi A1 are sharper with better colors and good dynamic range. A1 has faster focusing speeds and has better bokeh effect in macro shots. On A1, colors are to the warmer side and look saturated, and on Redmi, it's to the cooler side and looks slightly faded. For selfies, I felt Redmi Note 4 was slightly better, but the difference isn't huge. By the way, both are equally wide. In low light, A1 has good color balance, and on Redmi, colors were to the warmer side. Both took equally bright images and has less noise. Now coming to video recording, Mi A1 can shoot video in 4K and Redmi Note 4 can only shoot in 1080p. Both lack optical image stabilization and electronic image stabilization, so footage on both the phones is shaky. Footage from Mi A1 looked more bright with saturated colors, and it has better dynamic range. So guys, in my opinion, rear cameras are better on A1 and front cameras are slightly better on Redmi Note 4. I'll post a separate camera comparison soon, so stay tuned for that. Both the phones come with the same Snapdragon 625 processor with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage, but the OS is different. Because of that, Mi A1 will feel more responsive and fluid than Redmi Note 4. Both the phones doesn't have any heating issues either. Gaming experience will be same on both the phones. Maximum temperature I have seen on Redmi Note 4 was 45 degrees and on Mi A1 it was 43 degrees. Both are completely manageable. Gaming experience will also be the same on both the phones. Even the memory management is good on both the phones. While retrieving apps from memory, Mi A1 once again felt more snappy. Mi A1 is running pure stock Android based on Android 7.1.2. It will get the Android Oreo update by the end of 2017 and will also get Android P update in 2018. Redmi Note 4 is running MIUI 8 on top of Android 7.0. It will soon get MIUI 9 in few weeks. Beta is already out. It might get Android Oreo update in mid 2018, but we just need to care about MIUI version. The major difference between both the phones is the software department. As Mi A1 has pure stock Android, it doesn't have any features. All it has is a split screen mode, a fingerprint gesture, ambient display, and that's all. But with Redmi Note 4 we have tons of features starting from themes, customizations, double tap to wake, reading mode, secondary space, dual apps, and many more. With MIUI 9, it will get split screen mode and few additional features. Yes, in terms of responsiveness and overall design and UI, stock Android on Mi A1 is better. But if you like all those software features, then Redmi Note 4 is the winner of this round. By the way, I have made a separate video on the best features of Redmi Note 4. Link is in the description. Check that out if you want to know more about Redmi Note 4. In the audio department, Mi A1 is the winner. It comes with a 10V smart amp with direct HD sound algorithm for the speaker and a dedicated amplifier for the audio jack. Audio isn't exceptional, but it's super loud. It can drive any heavy headphones. On other hand, Redmi Note 4 does an average job with headset, but its speaker is loud and close to Mi A1. This is where Redmi Note 4 shines. Redmi Note 4 comes with a 4000 mAh battery, and on normal usage, it gave me around 6 to 8 hours of screen on time. Mi A1 comes with a 3000 mAh battery, and on normal usage, I got around 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. As both the phones are lacking fast charging, Mi A1 gets fully charged in 2 hours and Redmi Note 4 gets fully charged in 2.5 hours. With Redmi Note 4, you get a bigger and better battery life, more software features, and slightly better selfies at a less cost. With Mi A1, you get a great build, dual cameras, portrait mode, 2x optical zoom, pure stock Android, long-term fast updates directly from Google, and slightly better and louder audio. For a price difference of 2000 rupees, with Mi A1, we are getting a lot of good things, especially in terms of camera performance. So if camera is your topmost priority, then get Mi A1. With A1, you will miss the radio and fingerprint scanner is slightly slow, rest you can manage. If you're like me who doesn't care much about cameras but want more software features and want to save some money, then get the Redmi Note 4. If you like stock Android, you can always root the phone and flash a custom ROM. By the way, rooting doesn't void warranty. If you want my suggestion, get Mi A1 if you don't care about the software features, because cameras are really good, definitely the best in the price segment. So guys, which one of these phones will you choose and why? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you like me to make any specific video, shout out to me by commenting below this video and I'll try to make it as soon as possible. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.